It's the one and only 5D Attraction, and I'm back. And in this video, I wanted to talk about the fact that your personality, your mouthpiece, that matters most out of everything. Um, in terms of looks, money, status, when it comes to attraction, it's about your communication that matters most. Um, and here's why. You can have the looks, you know, you can have amazing looks, and the looks are best when it comes to getting their attention. Yes, it is the most powerful force when it comes to pure attraction in the moment. But here's the thing, attraction is just the first stage. So yeah, you might get somebody with your looks, you might get somebody with your money, um, or your status. They might know, oh, that's what's their name. Boom. So in that first 30 seconds to at the most, that can last up to a day if you're with somebody, maybe a week, right? If someone has immense status, maybe it's the girl's favorite artist or favorite band, or um, it could be a bunch of different things. They're somebody they look up to, their favorite vlog, whatever. But here's the thing: people are naturally critical, and women especially naturally are analyzing and dissecting to see if this guy is the real deal. So, number one, you have a higher level to live up to, right? If you Now, obviously, she's attracted, but after that initial attraction, at that point, she's like, all right, what kind of guy is this? And that's really where the hard part begins. Because look, you can go in the gym all day, and I'm all about body game. I think that's beautiful. You can work on your looks, which I think is extremely important because you want to have all of this. But at the end of the day, the communication, look, the upside of your looks, the upside of your money or status when it comes to relation with this woman, the upside of how far you could take it is going to be dependent on how much game you have in the long term, what she'll be willing to do, how she'll respond to you, all those different things get measured over time. So you're going to end up being like those guys that are attracting a bunch of women, but you're losing them all the time, which um, is cool if you want to lose them, but you'll be the guy losing them and you don't want to lose them. You'll meet the most beautiful woman and they'll be in and out of your life quickly. If you have the wealth and you're banking on that, you'll have some of the most beautiful women around you, but they won't give you the respect. They'll be looking at other men, and really using you for your money, right? In terms of your status, this is situations when people are like, oh yeah, I met what's his name and he was so lame. Celebrities, people always have stories about them not living up to what they thought, because it's even harder when you got immense status. Now you got to live up to something, right? So what you'll notice is that every level, if your personality, if you are not putting the work into your communication, your personality, being sharp, having smart responses, being on top of stuff, being quick, being witty, you know what I mean? Almost like improv comedies, how sharp you got to be with your responses. If you do not have that ability to pair with your status or to pair with your money or to pair with your looks, you're not going to be able to go nowhere. So, yes, when it comes to attraction, let's say you're somebody that already has the personality. All right, well, then your focus is on getting more attractive. But if you don't, that's to me the first building block, obviously, is to work on your looks so that it can give you more conversations. But the whole ultimate goal is to improve your conversation ability. It's all about conversation, because that's where comfort takes place. That's where connection takes place, and that's where long-term compatibility and someone wanting to be around you for a longer period of time is because you make them feel good, and that's through communication. Your looks can only make somebody, and that's the biggest problem, man. There's so many women I come across, and I know this is the case with the guys for sure, but with the women especially, they have the look, but the personality is so trash. And what they don't understand is there's girls out here who don't have the look, but their personality is so on point. They always have a guy that they want. They always have an attractive guy that, you know what I mean? Because personality goes further. And for the guys out there, yo, your personality is gonna supersede everything, because she might not be attracted to you at first, but over time she sees how you move, she sees you're communicative, then you get in that convo with her, it's a wrap. I'd much rather be somebody that walks into an environment and knows when I had this conversation with her, it's a wrap. Whoever I have a conversation with, it's a wrap. Versus going in and being like, yo, whoever looks at me and is attracted to me, it's a wrap. Just banking on them being attracted to me. Because I think there's more power and you control your destiny more through your communication than just how you look. And I think communication ties into sales, it ties into money, success, branding. Like your communication, your communication is really what wins, especially with women. You know what I mean? And this is the last thing I'll say. It's almost like a business. These people who look good or have the status or the the money. It's like you're this big company, but your food is bland, or your product is bland. You know what I mean? And you're just banking off of the look. You're just banking off of that the company's known. But if people come into your specific, restaurant, and it's a chain restaurant, and they come into yours and the food quality is low, at that point, who cares? If the food doesn't taste good, I don't really care about the brand. I just want the food to taste good. And that's what we talk about with personality and your communication. That's your product. That's really what you're selling, is your communication, because your communication ties to where are we going? What am I bringing to the situation? What are we doing? So just understand that, man. Like, people put so much attention on the looks, and I understand it's what gets it started. A lot of people don't even have opportunities with women, but if you got the right communication, you'll always have an opportunity, because you'll always be able to communicate. And the same thing goes for women. I mean, big time for women. Guys out here are looking for a woman with that soft, receptive, fun energy, low stress. You don't even have to, it ain't like you got to be walked over or anything. We're just looking for somebody, the guys out here are looking for somebody that isn't trying to be polarizing. That's not always trying to push against you. Someone that's actually just trying to kick it, chill. Kind of like how the guys, when guys hang out with guys, man, we're not going in trying to argue, or trying to debate or trying to put up a test. And a woman that understands that really can, when she's willing to let her guard down and keep her heart open, she can be irresistible to guys. And the guys out there know that. And also positive energy. These girls out here with this negative energy, I don't care how attractive you are. You can be the finest girl. The minute that stank energy kicks in, that energy of feeling like you don't want to be bothered or that you're better than somebody, it just kills it. Because it's like, just because you look attractive doesn't mean you got to act like that. I mean, it just doesn't. There's no excuse to act like that. So that's the message for today, man. You already know. It's the one and only 5D Attraction. Make sure to like and subscribe. Make sure to check out the Patreon. We got the courses on there. And I'll see you all in the next video.